Hello, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's been a while. I got Facebook hacked like June 1st. And yeah, ever since then, I wasn't able to go live in any of my groups. So it's that truly that funny thing. It's like I was so excited to go live, and then once I was able to go live, it's like I don't even care anymore. Uh, so yeah, how about yeah, I've had lots going on in my business, with my body, with relationships. So, yeah, let's just clear it all, shall we? So, how about everything that June was, everything that January to June was? Let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, puppets, and beyonds. And yeah, everything that today has been up until now. Let's destroy and uncreate that too. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, puppets, and beyonds. And like truly, like what embodiment of all these access tools can we actually be to make our lives ease, joy, and glory? So the title of my thing today, "Don't Die with the Music Still Inside You." I was just kind of musing before I got on here, and I was like, "Wow, what's that quote?" It's like, and I looked it up, and it's like Benjamin Franklin said it like years ago, that some people die at 25 and they're not buried until 75, right? And it has that same energy of like, I was doing a call with Kalpana recently. I don't know, was that even a couple weeks ago? It seems like a lifetime ago now. And I was asking her some stuff about my body, and where she went with it really surprised me. And she said her question to me was, "What are you aware of the future that you've been avoiding and unwilling to choose?" And as soon as she asked me that, I just like burst out crying. I was like, "Oh my God." So aware of the future and so aware of that don't die with the music still inside you. It's like all the things that you really would love to like do, be, have, create in your life. And like, what are you doing with that? Are you letting judgment stop you? Are you like thinking it needs to be perfect before you even start? But yeah, once again, her question was, "What are you aware of the future that you've been avoiding and unwilling to choose?" And it's like, holy shit, so much, like absolutely so much. So everything that brings up for all of us, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But it's like, what is that thing for you that you've really wanted to create and put out into the world? Whether it's like even, changing your body, like business, relationships, like pick the theme, right? Um, and it's like, what if you could just take action on it and like stop stopping yourself? So the call that I had done with her was called "Stop Stopping Yourself." And it's really cool just how many energies popped up. Yeah, around like my entire life. So it's like, yeah, every call with her is super potent. But yeah, I was just super grateful that I chose to do that. So how about, what are you aware of the future that you've been avoiding and unwilling to choose? And everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, just expand out, reach out into the universe, expand out. And the farther you're willing to expand, the more you'll be aware of. So how about all the big fives that you're using to never live as expansion, and to always live as contraction, so you can get it right and figure it out. Let's destroy and create all of that, including me. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, expand out again, barriers down, and all the barriers you have up to the future, all the barriers you have up to the past. How about all the barriers you have up in general? Let's drop them, relax, expand beyond them, and just acknowledge that, like, wow, I know where these barriers are because I created them. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, you guys, what are the infinite possibilities with this little session that we're doing here today? And what are the infinite possibilities today and every day? And everything that doesn't allow infinite possibilities, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, let's destroy and uncreate our relationship with ourselves. If you haven't done this, if you don't do this every day, I totally urge you to destroy and uncreate your relationship that you have with yourself and your body, your money flows, your lover, your spouse, your animals, everyone every day. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And like, what energy pull can you actually be for you in your own life that you've never been before? And it's just super funny that, like, we can talk about problems and problems and problems till the cows come home. And the only really relevant thing is what you would like to create. So, what would you like to create in and as your life? And everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So, coincidentally, I have my favorite book beside me, Right Riches for You. And I wanted to read this because this is like the most potent part. It's on page 55 of the old book, this old yellow thing, because they redid it, and I don't know if it's on the same page. So Gary's like, what would I like my life to look like? Well, I'd like to travel at least 2 weeks out of every month. I'd like to make at least $100,000 a year. I'd like to work with interesting people, and I'd like to do something that actually would change the world. And I would like to do something that never bored me, and I'd like to continuously expand some part of my life and everybody else's. And that was the sum total of what he came up with as what he would like to create in his life. So then it's really not hard, but we'd rather think about problems. So everyone just get the energy of like, what is that for you? I know I would not like to travel 1 week out of every month because I've done that. And it's like 1 week every 2 months would be great. So it's like whatever modifications you need to make to that, but it's like get the energy of like, wow, I really love waking up and not having to rush around. That's an energy in your life. I really like working with people that are grateful for me. That's an energy in your life. So put all these things out in front of you. And he got the energy or the feeling of what it would be like to have all those things as my life. I put that energy out in front of myself and I pulled energy into it from all over the universe. Then I let little trickles of that energy go out to all the people who are looking for me and didn't even know it yet. He did this about every 3 days, so he would continue to be aware of what the energy of his life felt like. And I think that's just like so important because it's like if you don't have a clear, if you don't have a clear knowing of what you would like to create in your life, you end up in this really nebulous place where the universe can't contribute to you. No one else can contribute to you. You can't even contribute to you because you have no idea what you would like to have as your life. This is usually why we go with what everyone else wants, needs, desires from us. And then we end up doing this like the thing in Access, the big five, the fifth element is like saving mankind. So it's like, I don't actually want anything for myself, but I'll save you in your life. And then never end up having my own life because I can save everyone else's, right? So everything that brings up all the big fives, especially the fifth element that we're using to never actually create our lives, and we can just martyr and do everything for everybody else. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, what are you actually aware of the future that you've been avoiding and unwilling to choose? And everything that is, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. Oh, and all the big fives that you're using to actually stay in total avoidance for all eternity. And then you'll actually let the music die inside of you because that's what your mom did, that's what your dad did, that's what every generation before you did. And it's like, and how just maddening is that you would actually die with all the good things that you could contribute to the world inside you. And it's like, no, not on my friggin' watch is that shit happening in my life. So everywhere you've been stopping yourself, everything that you've been doing to totally avoid and not choosing to actually honor the capacities and the gifts that you have that no one else does. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poveds, and beyonds. So truth, what gifts and capacities do you have that you're completely avoiding and unwilling to acknowledge? And everything that brings up, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So truth, what gifts and capacities are you actually refusing to acknowledge? Barf, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And like, what else is actually possible here for us to actually be totally brutally honest with ourselves? Because you can't change if you don't acknowledge what is. And it's like, even when Kalpana had asked me that question, it's like, holy shit, I was totally lying to myself. That it's like, it's that thing that we do where it sounds good. We'll say that these are the things that we're doing, but then we'll actually be taking no action to make that happen. So everywhere that's a thing, let's destroy it and create it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. I know if I'm like, look, probably like a beaten woman here. I had some acupuncture and you put needles in the middle of my eye there. It's like really bruised nicely. If anyone even sees that. Anyway. But yeah, isn't it funny that we would actually use so much energy against ourselves in covering up and avoiding what we're the greatest at? Like, holy fucking sane, right? So everything that is, all the gifts and capacities that you're refusing, that you truly could be choosing, that if you would choose it, would actually create the life that you're actually asking for. Let's destroy it and create it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So I know with this group, the inception of this group actually started when I called my friend Chelsea like a year ago, and I'm like, dude, I challenge you to a duel. Let's do this fucking clearing 30 times a day for 30 days and see what happens. And it changed everything for both of our lives, like so much. And you can't really judge it as right or wrong. And it's just like, it creates change no matter what. So let's riff off of it a couple times and just see what happens here. So what would it take for you to be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? And everything that doesn't allow that, and all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex, and no sex that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life and the energy that you would like your life to be, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? And all the big fives that we're using, right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But Gary says, do this 30 times a day for 30 days and see what happens in your life. So I'm willing. I've done it before, and it's completely changed everything. So it's like, I'm doing it again. So whether or not I actually do it in this group, it's like, because that's the thing. I know some people like to have conversation versus just like rattling off a bunch of clearings. But it's like, what if you would honor you enough that you would actually just do this? So I could put it in the comments, and I will actually put it in the comments. Which means I won't put it in the comments, but I'll really try to remember to put it in the comments. And I don't even know why I'm looking at this because I know it off by heart. So what would it take for you to be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? So everything that doesn't allow that, all the big fives and all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex and no sex that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life and the energy that you would like your life to be, will you destroy and uncreate it, please? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And let's just expand out again and like reach out into the universe. And then let's pull in everything that we're asking for. And everywhere we've made it separate from ourselves, destroy it and create it. Everywhere you've made it unattainable, not doable, impossible, all the impossibilities. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So truth, what are you making impossible to prove that you can make shit impossible? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So truth, what have you created as impossible to prove that you can make things impossible? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So would you be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? And everything that doesn't allow that, all the big fives and all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex and no sex that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life and the energy that you would like your life to be. Let's destroy it and create it, please. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So, would you be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? And all the big fives, all the emotional, literal poveds, all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex, and no sex that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life and the energy that you would like your life to be. I know it's so harsh, right? Thanks, Gary. Destroy it and create it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So, would you actually be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? And everything that doesn't allow that, and all the big fives, all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex, and no sex that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life and the energy that you would like your life to be. Let's destroy and uncreate it and revoke, recant, rescind, renounce, denounce, reclaim, destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, I've had like a lot of kind of weird, crazy shit going on for me lately. And it's like, it's so funny that we go to figuring it out. We go to solving the problem. We go to figuring it out, solving the problem. And I don't know if I was talking to Crystal or Jill or someone, but it's like, it's not even relevant. The only thing that's really friggin' relevant is what you would like to create. So everywhere we've all been going into getting really distracted with the seductive, tempting story that we can figure out. Let's destroy and uncreate that. Right, wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. But it's like, if you knew that you could actually wave a magic wand and create anything as your life, it's like, would you do it? Right? So everywhere that you've never been taught to do that, this is what all these access tools are about, is actually you becoming the walking, talking, miracle walking alchemist that can just friggin' melt anything in your path with your ask and receive. So everywhere you're not willing to ask and receive for the things that actually count in your life, let's destroy and uncreate it all. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And yeah, just expanding out again, barriers down, barriers down. And it's like, if this is not a normal daily practice for you, it's like, holy shit, I probably do this like hourly and maybe even more than that. It's exercising your energetics. It's expanding out and barriers down. And when you expand your energy out past your body, you get out of your head, your whole body relaxes. And it's like, that's where all the magic is. So everywhere we haven't been willing to, everywhere you've been avoiding magic and refusing magic because we'd rather be right, we'd rather figure it out. I'd rather be in a total contracting ball of thought. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. And it's like, truly, what actually is faster? Is thinking faster or knowing? Because it's like, man, when you think, you can spin and spin and spin for hours, days, years. But like, when you know something, it's just instantaneous. So everything that doesn't allow us to perceive, know, be, and receive the magic of us, the gifts of us, the capacities that we have that no one else has. Oh, please, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pod and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyond. So what would you actually like your life to be like? And there's an energy there. And acknowledge that energy and be like, wow, that I can't put words to it, but this is the energy that I would like to have as and in my life. And then be like, hey, universe, I don't know what this is, but it's like, this is what I'm asking for. So everywhere that you've been going to friggin' think about everything and you're not willing to be the energetic alchemist who melts everything in your path, destroy and uncreate it, and destroy and uncreate whoever taught you that shit. That's not possible. Right, wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So truth. Would you actually be willing to live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up for you in totality? And everything that doesn't allow that, and all the thoughts, feelings, emotions, sex and no sex, all the big fives, all the emotional literal poveds that you're using to absolutely refuse and reject your life for all eternity. Let's destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, poets, and beyonds. So yeah, you guys have a phenomenal day. Thank you so much for being in this group. Thank you so much for like listening. And it's like, and if you like listening, it's like, please comment, please tell me, because it's like it's so funny that I don't know, yeah, when I'm around in the land of Facebook, Instagram, and it's like when I see something that lights me up, like I tell them, and it's like what a gift, you know? And like what gift can we be to each other that we've never been before? And like what contribution can we be to each other that we've never been before? Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, puppets, and beyonds. But yeah, would you be willing to actually live the energy of what you would like your life to be so that it could show up? So I'm so excited, yeah, for everything that's going to be transpiring soon. Excited for the future. Excited for the future. And yeah, it's so funny that I really wasn't willing to look at the future. And yeah, since a couple last calls I was doing, it's like, oh my god, like really opened my eyes, like really really beautiful way. So, but yeah, thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, we'll see you soon. Have a great day, guys. Expand out, live lightly, live lightly, live lightly.